Hello and welcome to Quell. Now I'm sure one or two of you have seen the title, Emotional Blackmail in the Workplace, and I'm sure some of you will probably be totally aware of what I'm talking about. It's not a very nice subject. We come across it, let me explain. In retail we'll get it where we've worked with security and managers where they've caught somebody committing some form of crime and the person has been pleading and saying they can't feed the kids, or they haven't got any money, or they're going to go to jail, etc, etc. There's so many, a plethora of excuses I'll come through. And then the other scale, when I deal with enforcement staff or even those in the housing and care sector and homeless sector, where unfortunately some people have actually said things like their children are going to be harmed, or they're going to harm themselves, or something atrocious is going to actually happen. And I will say this, sometimes the people saying these comments aren't aware of the effect that it can have on the staff. And even over the past couple of weeks I've been having discussions with staff where they're saying they're taking it home. Actually, one lady was actually explaining to me that she got this message on a Friday afternoon, late afternoon. It was a lovely summer's evening, and the person was threatening to, unfortunately say, commit the suicide. And the pressure that left on the staff member was unbelievable. However, I've also come across incidents where, I can give you one example, where a tenant said to a staff member that if you don't help me, I'm going to set fire to the premises. Now, I don't mean this lightly in any sense of taking the mick or being sarcastic, but the staff thought it was a bit of a joke because the person kept repeating this and repeating this. And what I try to explain to a lot of the staff, one of the most important things is logging. And I'm sure you've seen our videos and recordings, things like that. But log it all the time. And if it's a repetitive comment and things like that, don't just take it down as a bit of a joke. Make sure you inform somebody. Make sure, apart from yourself, if you're a lone worker, that your colleagues know this. Because from my experience of the person that was kept saying they're going to set fire to the tenancy, they actually did. And the interesting fact was that the manager rang me and said to me, "Will, just be aware of this person's threatening to set fire to the building. What do you think?" And I said, "Well, how long have we been saying it?" And they said, "I think it was over 6 months." And I can't realistically go into the psychology of it because that's not my job. But I look for patterns, and I said, "Well, look, I'm not being funny. If this individual says that they're going to do this action, there's a point in time where they'll probably just do it or attempt to do it." The manager went on leave for 2 weeks, and during them 2 weeks, the actual individual set fire to their apartment. Now, it didn't do mass damage, thankfully, no one was harmed. But the funny thing was, it wasn't correctly reported or recorded, so we had issues. I've dealt with prolific shoplifters who have come in and cried and wailed and rolled around the floor screaming and shouting about the kids, and they don't have kids, or they're going to get, they live on the street and they don't live on the street. So what I try to explain to staff these days, and it sounds light even on a video like this, but you have to report and record these things. If someone is saying something that is what we class as an emotional blackmail, where someone is trying to play on your emotions and say they're going to do something to somebody or themselves, you have to report and record it. And it's not a nice thing to say, but it is true that I have actually looked at a lot of incidents over the years where somebody has been saying this, they've actually done it, and then we've had no proof. And I don't mean for proof of prosecution, but proof that there was actually a pattern. Emotional blackmail. Call it whatever you want, but when someone plays on your emotions, there is a slight risk. Thank you for watching. Please continue to follow us, as I always say, and bye for now.